everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you some more books that I have recently picked up within the last couple months to add to my shelf. Now there is a decent pile here, so I want to apologize in advance. It might be a little bit of a longer video, but I'm super excited to show you guys all the books that I've recently received or picked up. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first book is Crossroads of Twilight, and this is book 10 of The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. So I went to Half Price Books, and they had this one there. But here's what's really funny. It was actually cheaper on Amazon. So I bought this one on Amazon because I'm on book 4. I think I'm on book 4 right now. And granted, they're really good. I do like them. But for some reason, like the first 3, I've really struggled to get through, or I'm on book 5. I can't quite remember which one I'm on. I'm on one of them. So I really need to get back into these. I know it's a very, very long series, but it's a classic. So I want to be able to read it. I want to have the whole collection. I want to say that I've read The Wheel of Time. So I did pick up book 10, but I also picked up book 11, which is Knife of Dreams, and book 12, The Gathering Storm. So I'm pretty sure I only need 2 more books. And these ones I did actually get from Half Price Books because they were in great condition. Like, I mean, super, super good condition. So I was very happy finding these at Half Price Books and how great it is. And actually, I forgot. I didn't realize that Brandon Sanderson started writing these books for book 12. I didn't realize that. Because I know Robert Jordan passed away before he could finish the series. So that is actually really exciting. And I love Brandon Sanderson's writing. So, like, I really think if I can get to when Brandon Sanderson wrote him, I'm definitely going to like him. Just because, you know, he took all of Robert Jordan's notes and everything like that, and then he wrote the book and and finished the series for him. So, yes. So, I got 3 more books in The Wheel of Time. Excited about that to add to my collection. The next book I picked up from Half Price Books was a little birthday gift from my friend Lauren, and that was All the Tides of Fate by Adeline Grace. And this is the second book in All the Stars and Teeth. I have yet to read the first one, but I saw they had the second one, so I could not pass it up, so I put it in the pile. But my friend Lauren was like, hey, I'll buy it for your birthday. So this, actually, I read the synopsis the other day of the first one, and I really do need to pick it up. Plus, they are pretty short, so I need to read these. And Adeline Grace, actually, she wrote Belladonna. I haven't read Belladonna yet either, but that series is finished. So I really need to start picking up some Adeline Grace because I've heard her writing is absolutely fantastic. And everybody loved Belladonna, so I just need to start reading some of her stuff. Then we went to Barnes and Noble, and I got 2 books there. I got Fire and Blood, which is basically the prequel to Game of Thrones. This is what House of Dragon is based off of by George R.R. Martin. So I saw it. They had the floppy paperback, and you guys know how I love floppy paperbacks. So I had to get this to add to my shelf, so that way when I read Game of Thrones, I have this, and I can read that after I read all the books that are currently out for Game of Thrones. I really would like George R.R. Martin to finish Game of Thrones before he dies. That would be fantastic. But who knows? It's been years. I mean, years since he finished writing the last one. So, he's probably been busy. But your fans are waiting there, bud. It's time to finish it, okay? And I also got a book by one of my favorite romance writers, and that is Problematic Summer Romance. And that is by Allie Hazelwood. And you guys know how I love Allie Hazelwood. And this is actually pretty short too. I think it's just under 400 pages. But this is supposed to take place in like Italy. And I am here for that. So I will actually probably be picking this up soon. Just because I need some regular rom-com in my life. Because I have been reading some dark fantasy recently. And epic fantasy and stuff. But it's nice to just lighten up a little bit, and this would be absolutely perfect. Then I got some other books in, guys. Most of these that I'm going to show you are pre-orders, but I did get some books from Book of the Month before I decided to cancel that subscription. So that'll be what I do. Oh, and I also got some books from the Broken Binding, and then I have one special book that I will show you at the end, and it's absolutely beautiful, but we'll save that for the end because it's probably my favorite in this stack. So the first one is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sanju Mandana, and this one is basically set in the same world as the Irregular Society of Witches, that book. And this is just another rom-com romance that centers around witches, and basically the main character in this one, she brought back her aunt and then lost her powers, and so now she has to run this in with her aunt, and she's trying to figure out how to get her powers back. And then there's a guy who comes to the inn, and then I think he starts helping her, and then there's a romance between them. So I think this is going to be super, super cute, and it would probably be perfect for fall, potentially, maybe. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So yeah, this one will be read definitely soon. The next book I got is the Jasad Crown by Sarah Hashem, and this one is the second one to the Jasad Heir. I have not read that first one yet. Imagine that, everybody. I just like to make sure I have all the books just in case I read it and I don't want to wait, which is a problem because I did actually just get done with one book, and the second book doesn't come out until May of next year. And that's a problem because it left me on a huge cliffhanger, and I need more information. But I digress about that. But yes, this one is also a fantasy romance. I have heard that the first one's really, really good. So I do need to figure out where I'm going to throw that into my TBR. This one is slightly bigger, I think, than the first one, but I am definitely excited to get into this story. The next pre-order was The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk by Carissa Broadbent. This is book 2 of the Shadowborn duet, and I loved her Serpent, Wings, and Night series. That duology, absolutely loved it. So when I saw that she was writing another duology in the same world, I had to get it, and I think she's going to be writing one more duology in the same world too. So she's absolutely fantastic. She does a phenomenal job with the balance between plot and romance, and that is what I want. I don't want something that is super, super romance centered when it comes to fantasy. Just because, like, a lot of the times authors don't take the romance and move the plot forward, and it just gets way too much. It's like, that was not needed. But if an author does it right, then it blends in with the story, it connects with the story, it is part of the story. And so far recently, I've been reading some that are top notch. The authors do it so well. So, and she is one of them that does it fantastic. So I know I'm going to like this duology. I just know I am. The next pre-order I got is A Theory of Dreaming. Sorry, I didn't see the of on the cover, by Ava Reed, and this is the deluxe edition or special edition or whatever. And I actually did buy a Study in Drowning, its deluxe edition, so I do have that one on my shelf now, just so that way they can match. But oh my gosh, I mean, the sprayed edges are just, love it. So yes, this one is the second one in that series. So I do plan to read this one hopefully soon, probably around the fall time, just because, you know, it is got that whimsical fairy tale-esque and whatnot. And to be honest, I'm intrigued to get back into this relationship. I thought it was super, super cute. But I'm intrigued on how, like, Ava Reed is going to move it forward, because I thought A Study in Drowning, I thought at first it was going to be a single book, and like the ending could have been either or. Like, she left it open, but she didn't need to write another book. You know what I mean? Like, it was basically all on her discretion, and so she decided to write another one, but I'm here for it. I'm excited to read this. Now, this one was not a pre-order. I just decided to buy it because it is the last one in the series, and I saw that it finally was out in paperback, so I have the other ones in paperback, so that's what I wanted to do, and that is Defiant by Brandon Sanderson, and it is the 4th and final book in Skyward. So I do have that. This is a Brandon Sanderson book that I want to read and need to get to too. It's not part of the Cosmere. This is more sci-fi, and I haven't really read anything sci-fi-ish other than the Frugal Wizard's Handbook. That one was more sci-fi, and I thought that was pretty cute. But yes, this I'm excited to get to this series. I've heard it's really, really good. So it is on my shelf. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. I really hope I can start it this year, but I do have more Brandon Sanderson books that I need to get to in the Cosmere setting, so this might have to be a 2026 read. Now, before we get back to more of the pre-order books, I'm going to show you the last set of books I got from Joe Abercrombie in his first law world, and that is the Heroes Best Served Cold, and Red Country. So these 3 books are all standalone, but you have to read these before you read his next trilogy. So you got to read First Law, and then you got to read these, and then you got to read the other trilogy. And I forget what that's called right now. But I did just finally go ahead and get these because you know what? I'm reading a Joe Abercrombie book right now, and I really enjoy his writing. Now I'm going through it slightly slow just because I've been busy and I haven't had a whole lot of time in the evenings to read. So the only time I'm reading that book right now is on lunch, and I only get an hour. So I'm hoping that I can find some time here this weekend and even next week that I can finish that book because it is really, really good and it's starting to get even better. So I'm very excited to get into Joe Abercrombie, and I'm so glad I have all 9 books in his First Law world. The next book I got, and this is another pre-order, and that is The Cruel Dawn. And this is the second book in the Last One series. Now, I do not know if it is a duology or if it is going to be a trilogy, but I mean, look at this cover. Absolutely fantastic. The edges, love them too. I don't remember if there's something on the front cover. Yes, the front cover is a scorpion, and it is just super cute. And then just the beautiful inside. Like, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. They did a fantastic job. But yeah, I had the first one. I had to get the second one, especially with it coming out. I wanted to get the sprayed edges, so I went ahead and pre-ordered it. So that way it can match its counterpart. This is supposed to be another romantasy as well. So I am definitely excited to get into this world. To be quite honest, I don't remember what the first one was about. But they're not very long. I'd say they're probably around 400-ish pages. So I probably just need to throw them in. Because I have a lot longer books, and I need to throw these in. So I can get my reading back up, guys. Because right now it's slacking. The next book is The Dragon Wakes with Thunder by K.X. Song. And this is the second book in The Night Ends with Fire. So this one's super pretty too, just because it's blue, and blue is my favorite color. And on the edges, it looks like waves. But I mean, the ending of the last one was very, very interesting. So I'm intrigued on how she's basically going to get out of the situation that she is in. So this one will probably be picked up this year as well, just because I need to know how. And it's pretty fresh in my mind, the story is actually. So I am really excited about this. But basically, the first one is like a Mulan retelling. So she joins the army, disguises herself as a man. But the difference between Mulan and this story is they have spirits, and they can harness powers of spirits. And so she can harness the power of the dragon spirit. And I think the dragon, and I believe the dragon talks to her. So she's got to, and I think there's like, I don't know, there's a love interest, but I can't remember if there's like technically 2, because I think I remember liking one more than the other. But I don't know. We'll have to see kind of where that goes, because that was kind of like a subplot in this book. So, definitely excited to see where the story goes. Okay. The next 3 books I'm going to show you are books that I got from Book of the Month. The first one is Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. And I believe this one is a Snow White retelling. So this one should be really, really good. I love T. Kingfisher. I actually haven't read anything since her Nettle and Bone book. But I do have another book of T. Kingfisher on my shelf, and I really need to read that too. She writes like like one of those old fairy tale books. You know what I mean? And I love it. It's fantastic. So, need to get more T. Kingfisher on my shelf for sure. Need to read more from her, and so hopefully I can read this one or the other one I have on my shelf this fall. Then the next one is The Book of Lost Hours by Haley Gelfuso. I read the synopsis on Book of the Month, and I just thought it was very interesting. Basically, it has something to do with a library and time. And that is all I really know. And I kind of want to keep it that way. But I'm here for it. If it has anything to do with the library, I'm here for it. Then the last one I got, and this is actually got sprayed edges. It is Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. And this is the cover. And this is the sprayed edges. And the back says, 6 rivals, 1 victor. Eternity is only the beginning. So this to me seemed very, very interesting as well. I think it's like a dark romantic-y kind of thing. I'm kind of hoping that the romance part is like a super subplot compared to like the dark fantasy side of it. But this seems very like intriguing to me, and that's why I picked it up. I think I did have to pay a little bit extra from Book of the Month for the sprayed edges, but it's worth it. Getting sprayed edges is worth it, okay, guys? And next, I got the Quicksilver Deluxe Edition. So this is Callie Hart's traditionally published deluxe edition of Quicksilver. So you've got the black, you've got some of the blue highlights or whatever, the snowflake, and then these silver edges. I mean, let's be honest here, guys. This is gorgeous. And on the back, it says, "Be careful of the deals you make, dear child. The devil is in the details." Oh, I remember that line. And this book is absolutely everything. So when I saw that it was coming out with a deluxe edition, I had to pre-order it. I had to get it. I had to add it to my shelf. So waiting patiently for Brimstone to come out in November. And I have the deluxe edition coming for that one too. So excited to have this on my shelf by the original cover. Then I got Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. And this is book 1. I don't know how many there's going to be in this series. But this has got gold sprayed edges. And I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. I want to say this is, you know what, I'll just read you the synopsis of this one because it is actually pretty short. So we'll get a refresher together. Clara Greysword has survived the underworld of Eclipse City through thievery, luck, and a whole lot of illegal magic. After a job gone weary, Clara is sentenced to a lifetime in prison for inking tarot cards, a rare power preserved for practitioners at the elite Arcana Academy. Just when it seems her luck has run dry, the Academy's enigmatic headmaster, Prince Kalis, offers her an escape for a price. Kalis believes that Clara is the perfect tool to help him steal a tarot card from the king and use it to recreate an all-powerful card long lost to time. In order to conceal her identity and keep her close, Kalis brings Clara to Arcana Academy, introducing her as the newest first-year student and his bride-to-be. Thrust into a world of arcane magic and royal intrigue, where one misstep will send her back to prison or worse, Clara finds that the prince she swore to hate may not be what he seems. But can she risk giving him power over the world and her heart, or will she take it for herself? So, that sounds really, really, really interesting to me, actually. And since I had that refresher, might have to go up more on the list. This one would actually be a fantastic fall read. The next 3 books I'm going to show you are from the Broken Binding, and oh my gosh, guys, I love them. So I got the last 2 books in the Rift War saga by Raymond E. Feist, and that is Silver Thorn, and oh my gosh, just look at that cover and the sprayed edges. I cannot. It is absolutely gorgeous. And just the naked hardback has pictures on it too. And just the inside part of the hardback is gorgeous. Everything that the Broken Binding does is absolutely fantastic. And then I also got the 3rd one, which is A Darkness at Sethon. And it's more of a yellow theme. And I haven't seen the naked hardback on this one yet. Oh my gosh, that's sick. So, I mean, they do an absolute phenomenal job with their special editions of all these books. And I'm so happy. Like, worth every penny. Absolutely worth every penny. So I finally have the full set of this series because I have the red one behind me on my shelf. So glad to have these. Then the next subscription box, and I got my first one in the series this month, and that is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. I mean, this is gorgeous. And it's got moons on the side. And look! It's fantastic. And just everything the Broken Binding does is absolutely fantastic. So I would check them out if you haven't yet. There are wait lists. And unless I absolutely have to get off of the wait list, I will not be getting off the wait list. So, but yes, absolutely fantastic. And then guys, finally, I pre-ordered this last year sometime. I think it was early last year. And I finally received my hardback cover. And that is none other than Isles of the Emberdark by Brandon Sanderson. Look at this absolute masterpiece. I mean, everything is in the details, the gold, the scales in the back. And I mean, okay. So first off, black, right? Sprayed edges, black. Yeah? Actual black pages. Black pages with the writing. But then the normal white, and they sprayed it black to match the black pages. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't know the meaning of why the black pages, but I'm sure when I read it, I will find out. And I don't know when I'm going to get to this. Hopefully soon. because I have got to pick up this book. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And this is supposed to be from other like non-spoiler reviews that I've read or listened to. This is supposed to be Brandon Sanderson diving into that sci-fi fantasy genre. So it's a mixture of magic and technology and all this stuff. So I'm super intrigued to see what he does with that and how he goes about bringing in magic in science fiction. So this was the last one I had to show you guys because it is my favorite one in the bunch that I've gotten, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy I finally have this on my shelf. Well, there you have it, everybody. Those are all the books I have recently picked up within the last couple months. Let me know down below if you've gotten any of these or if you've gotten any books in the last couple months and what those are and how excited you are to have those on your shelf and to get to read those. But don't forget, like, subscribe, and be good people. When